whether it's life issues, and a lot of times, mostly in ministering to others, usually what we see is really not the problem. So let's just say this is fear. All right, the fear is the fruit of a deeper problem. This orange didn't just get here. Right? It came from a tree that had a branch, that had a trunk, that had roots. So why walk around with a hatchet, lopping off the fruit, leaving it all over the orchard when we didn't get to the root and cut off the root that's going to regrow the same kind of fruit? Right? So when we talk about fear, sometimes in the church we simplify, and not that I'm going to make things complicated, but we simplify everything. We'll just think differently. You know, just like, you know, just don't have that fearful thought and replace it with a faith thought. But that doesn't really get to the root. But this morning we're going to get to the root. And the Bible has all the answers for every problem, everything that we deal with in life. The answer is in the Bible. So in 1 John chapter 4, verse 18 through 19, because they were in unbelief. What I want to say to you is unbelief is the branch for the fruit. The root is the root we're going to talk about this morning is what generationally now we've come to understand in the church as the orphan spirit. It is the lack of an understanding and experiential knowledge and practical revelation of the Father's love. That is the root. The branch is fear. The branch is unbelief. And the fruit is fear. The reason you don't believe is because you don't trust the Father. And why don't you trust the Father? Because you just don't trust the Father, because you really don't believe that He loves you. You quote John 3:16, you might even wear it at your sport event with a big shirt on it. Some of you might even have it on your clothes today. But do you know it for yourself? And the most of us don't know it for ourselves. We can repeat it, we can say it, but are we experiencing the Father's love? And that's what I want to break through this morning. So when we talk about an orphan spirit, that's especially, thank God that the revelation has come to the body of Christ over the last couple decades in counseling and everything, that this is the root of the many of our soul issues in the body of Christ, the places where we are broken in our soul. See, your spirit is made new, ladies, but your soul is being transformed. Day by day, that inward man is being strengthened and renewed. Jesus said in John 14:18, this is what Jesus said, I will not leave you orphans. Now, depending on the Bible you're reading, Dr. Latanya, it will say, in the King James, it says, I will not leave you comfortless. But that word in the Greek is the Greek word orphanos. We get the word orphan, and it is the Greek word they would use to describe someone who didn't have a father. Jesus is saying in his language, I will not leave you bereft of a father. See, we focus on Jesus being the one who bore our sin. Oh, thank God, I am so wicked. I have the worst thoughts. I am a bad sister. But Jesus took my sin. Oh, thank God he took my sin. But Jesus did something else besides take your sin. Jesus made a way to the Father. So you will never be fatherless. The Jews did not understand the heart of God as the Father. See, some of you are getting delivered right now. Because the spirit of religion is just bowing in this house. We're going to get real, and we're going to recognize, we're going to let the Father get to the root of why we don't trust. And so here we are, walking around. You know what fear is? It's walking around like an orphan. And you know what orphans? Orphans have no one to take care of them, so they have to take care of themselves. Woo. And you know what? And some of us, honestly, you can be 70 years old and still have an orphan, childlike perspective For new faith is going to arise. For you said in the past season, how will I surmount this great mountain? How will I scale this great mountain? How will I overcome this great obstacle? How will I be able to leap over this boundary that has been in front of me for so many years and for so long? For the Lord would say that it will not be by your might, it will not be by your power, but it will be by my Spirit inside of you. For yet the Lord says that my Spirit is released when you believe. When faith is released, my Spirit is activated on your waters. When you believe, my Spirit empowers you to be holy royal daughters. For in this season, says the Lord, a new faith now is beginning to arise in you as you rest in my love, as you look towards the heaven from where comes your help, as you arise and see the eternal dimension in which I created you, and now I long for you to walk in. For now it shall be by my Spirit in you. It shall not be do this and do that. It shall be I hear this and I hear that. I do this and I do that. Because I hear this and I hear that. For I am your heavenly Father who longs to speak to you, who longs to give you the words that you need to believe and soar with in this hour. So let faith arise. Let faith arise. Let faith arise. Lift up your eyes and see the places that you can soar even this day, says the Lord. Thank you, Lord. Let's give him a shout